Hello, campers. This is the Suburban Camper. I frequently get comments saying my setup is great for one person, but what about two people? Well, the fact is, even though I mostly go solo camping, my setup does work for two people, and in this video, I will show you how. I have to say, solo camping does not accurately describe my SUV camping adventures, because my dog Zoe was almost always with me. I'm sorry to say she recently passed away. She and I had so many great adventures together, and since this video is about how to share camping experiences with someone you love, I am dedicating it to Zoe. My adventures will continue, and she will always be along for the ride. If you spend some time browsing my YouTube channel, you will find plenty of information on how to utilize a SUV as a camper. With that in mind, I'm going to assume you are dialed in on your solo SUV camper setup and just focus on the things you need to do differently to accommodate another person. Since a comfortable night of sleep is critical to a great camping experience, I will start with the bed setup. I prefer to keep my bed set up throughout the trip, and all my packing configurations are designed to accommodate this need. However, unless you are willing to place bins on top of the mattresses, which would almost certainly damage them, there is not enough room to accommodate two set-up beds and all of your gear. So, when I'm camping with another person, the mattresses are folded up and loaded towards the front so I do not have to remove them from the vehicle to set them up. I'm a big fan of the Milliard 4-inch trifold memory foam mattress, and I want my camping guests to also be comfortable, so I have two of them. However, two of these mattresses do not fit the width of my Suburban, so I cut one of them down, and now the mattresses fit tightly to form one mattress covering the entire width. Mattress slippage can be a bit of an issue, so the fact they fit tightly is great. But keep in mind, with the trifold design, they're more likely to slip lengthwise, which I will address in a bit. There is no doubt I am spoiled by the length of my Suburban. I am 6 feet 1 inches tall, and there is still plenty of room at the foot of my bed for a bin, which is always the one containing my deep cycle battery. This bin is heavy, so it is the perfect blockade to keep my mattress from slipping lengthwise towards the back of the vehicle. The biggest challenge for two-person SUV camping is fitting all the gear inside the vehicle with both beds set up. Placing a bin or a cooler at the foot of each bed is one of the keys to being able to get all the gear inside. The other key is the ability to place bins and/or coolers in the front seats. Again, I am spoiled with plenty of space, so I can easily put 4 bins in the front seats and still have room for some gear on top of the bins. There's also room to put gear on the center console, the floorboards, and the dash. If keeping all your gear inside the vehicle is high on your list of priorities, but the front seats of your vehicle cannot accommodate your bins, then I would consider utilizing smaller bins in your permanent solo camping setup. As far as packing for travel, other than putting the mattresses towards the front, the deep cycle battery at the back on the driver's side, and maintaining easy access to the cooler, I don't really have a set configuration for loading when I am two-person camping. The main reason is I have plenty of space, so I don't have to focus on perfecting the puzzle. These shots are a camping trip with my mom, and everything fit in nicely. I do try and maintain visibility out the back, and on this trip I did utilize the hitch cargo carrier, which freed up more room inside. And don't forget to secure everything in the back with a cargo net. Also, if you stack something on top of a bin or a cooler in the rear of the vehicle for travel, it should be removed when you are sleeping inside the vehicle so you can use the rear hatch window as an emergency exit. Some other things to consider when two people are camping is carrying 2 fans in hot weather and 2 electric blankets in cold weather. To stay cool, you need a fan blowing directly on you, and unless you find a 12-volt oscillating fan, the width of the airflow is typically narrow, so you really need a fan pointing directly at each person. For the electric blankets, you will need to connect 2 lighter outlets to your battery. Also keep in mind you'll be using twice as much electricity, so plan accordingly. Or you can connect your sleeping bags together and share one electric blanket. There is nothing better than sharing your love for adventures with another person, so I hope this video helps you dial in your 2-person SUV camper setup. If you learned something from this video and you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you very much.
Speak. Good girl.